Hello dear students, I am Jai Kishan. Welcome to the second part of chapter 13 Surface Areas and Volumes. Students, in the previous part, that is in part 1, we have covered the introduction of this chapter. Okay, there we have seen all the formula of different types of solids like cube, cuboid, cylinder, hollow cylinder, cone, sphere, okay, like this. So firstly let us revise that what we have studied in the last part, and after that we will start exercise 13.1. okay. In part 1 we have studied the definition of area, that space occupied by a flat shape, okay, and volume, that is space occupied by liquid, solid or gas. Then we have covered the first solid, that is cube. Okay, in cube we know very well there are 6 surfaces. Okay, if you will add all the areas of the 6 surfaces, then it will be total surface area, that is 6a square, and each surface is in the shape of a square here. Okay, so the area of one surface is a square, so area of 6 surfaces will be 6a square. Okay, and if you will exclude the area of top and area of bottom, then it will be known as lateral surface area. Okay, then it will be known as lateral surface area, and that is 4a square. Volume is a cube and diagonal is under root 3a in the cubes. About cuboid we have seen that its surface is in the shape of rectangle. Okay, so in this also 6 surfaces are there. If area of 4 walls you want to calculate, you have to apply the formula 2 into L plus B into H. Total surface area is 2 into LB plus BH plus LH, means area of all the 6 surfaces, that is total surface area. Volume is length into breadth into height, and diagonal is under root L square plus B square plus H square. Okay. After that we have studied about right circular cylinder. Okay, the shape like this is right circular cylinder whose base and top is in the shape of circle, whose radius is r. Okay, so here, and the height is h. So for this solid, area of each end, it is circular, so it is pi r square. Curved surface area means surface area of this circular part. Okay, its area is 2 pi rh. Total surface area is 2 pi r into h plus r, and volume is pi r square h. Okay, area of base into height. How we have calculated this area, that it is pi r square h or it is 2 pi r plus h, in the first part we have seen in details. Okay, in right circular hollow cylinder, area of each end, now the base and top is in the form of ring. Okay, and area of each end will be pi into capital R square minus small r square. Capital R is the radius this, and small r is the radius this. Okay, curved surface area 2 pi r plus h. Okay, 2 pi r plus r into h, means you have to add external curved surface area plus internal curved surface area. So it will be this total surface area, curved surface area plus area of top plus area of bottom. When you will solve it, you will get 2 pi r plus r into h plus r minus r. Okay, and volume is pi into r square minus r square into h. After that we have studied about right circular cone. This is a cone whose base is in the form of circle, and this is its slant height, and this is its vertical height. Vertical height is small h, slant height is small l, and this is the radius, and here the angle will be 90 degree. Okay, so basically for slant height the formula will be L square is equal to r square plus h square, or if you will take square root of the both side, it will be L is equal to under root h square plus r square. Curved surface area means excluding the area of the base, it will be pi rl. total surface area, curved surface area plus area of base, means pi r into L plus r, and volume is 1 by 3 pi r square h. After that we have studied about sphere. In a sphere, curved surface area and total surface area both are equal, that is pi r square. Its volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Hemisphere means half of the sphere. Its curved surface area is just half of the sphere, 2 pi r square. But total surface area, in total surface area, one circular path is there. Okay, one circular region is there. So that will be added. So 2 pi r square plus pi r square, that is 3 pi r square. Volume is just half of the volume of the sphere, that is 2 by 3 pi r cube. Then spherical shell we have studied. In a spherical shell, outer surface area is 4 pi r square, okay, and volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube minus r cube. This is the volume of spherical shell. Okay, so this much we have studied in the last part, that is in part 1. And on this basis, today we are going to solve exercise 13.1. So students, let us see the first question of exercise 13.1. So the first question of exercise 13.1 is, two cubes, each of volume 64 centimeter cube, are joined end to end. Find the surface area of the resulting cube. Okay, so if we think about the statement that two cubes are joined, so the figure will be like this. Suppose this is cube 1 and this is cube 2. Okay, and both the cubes are joined. Okay, then the whole figure will be like this. Now if two cubes are joining, then what solid will form? Then the solid form is cuboid. Okay, see, in cube we know that all the edges are equal, length, breadth, height. Okay, so it's also length, breadth and height are same in both of the cubes. Okay, but when they are joined, then breadth and height, there will be no difference. Okay, in breadth and height there will be no difference. But what about length? Now its length is added. Now its length is added, means length is different from breadth and height. So if length is different from breadth and height, then that solid will be what? That solid will be cuboid. Okay, in all the three, length, breadth and height, if one is unequal, then that solid will be cuboid. Okay, so here two cubes are there, cube 1 and cube 2. If both are joining, then the whole solid formed is cuboid. Okay, but before that, in this question it is written that two cubes, each of the volume 64 centimeter cube. So firstly we are going to calculate that what will be the edge of a cube. Okay, so here we'll write that volume of each cube, it is given 64 centimeter cube. Okay, before that you can write, let the edge of each cube be a centimeter. Okay, we are supposing that the edge of each cube is a centimeter, and it is given that volume of each cube is 64 centimeter cube. We know that the formula of volume of cube is what? A cube. Okay, means a cube is equal to 64. So what will be the value of a? A cube is equal to 64 can be written as 4 cube. So when you will take cube root, then the value of a will be what? 4 centimeter. Okay, now in this figure we can denote this as 4 centimeter. Okay, this is also means length of both of the cubes are 4 centimeter. breadth is 4 centimeter and height is also 4 centimeter. Okay, here also length, breadth and height both are 4 centimeter. Now students, after joining the two cubes, cuboid is formed. Okay, when two cubes are joined, cuboid solid will be formed. Okay, cuboid solid will be formed whose length is see what will be the length, 4 centimeter plus 4 centimeter. Now after joining the two cubes, the whole length will be what, 4 plus 4, that is 8 centimeter. Breadth is 4 centimeter, there will be no difference on breadth, and height is also 4 centimeter, height will also be the same. Okay, now it is asked in this question that find the surface area of the resulting cube. Okay, sorry, in question it is written cuboid. Okay, so we have to find the surface area of resulting cuboid. Okay, so we know that surface area, see, whenever in the question only it is written that surface area, you will always take the meaning of total surface area. Okay, so surface area or total surface area of cuboid is what, 2 into LB plus BH plus LH. Okay, so it will be 2, L is what, 8, B is what, 4, plus B is 4 and height is also 4, plus L is 8 and it is 4. So it will be 2, 8 4s are 32 plus 16 plus 32. 32, 32, 64, 64 plus 16, that is 80, 80 into 2, 160 centimeter square. So this will be the total surface area of resulting cuboid. Okay students, what we have done, firstly we have calculated edge of a cube. Okay, after that, on that basis we have got the length of the cuboid, breadth of the cuboid and height of the cuboid, and then we have applied the formula of total surface area, and after that we have calculated, and it is 160 centimeter square. Okay, so just pause the video and note it down. Coming to the next question, question number 2 is, a vessel is in the form of a hollow hemisphere mounted by a hollow cylinder. Mounted by means what, the students? Mounted by means on the top of hemisphere there is a cylinder. Okay, on the top of hemisphere there is a cylinder. The diameter of the hemisphere is 14 centimeter and the total height of the vessel is 13 centimeter. Find the inner surface area of the vessel. So firstly we have to draw the diagram such that a hemisphere mounted by a hollow cylinder. So see students, as it is said in the question, it is a hemisphere mounted by a cylinder. Okay, hollow cylinder it is written, but here you will make only the figure of cylinder. Okay, hollow means its inner part is vacuum. Okay, now the diameter of the hemisphere is 14 centimeter, means this whole part is 14 centimeter. Okay, the diameter of hemisphere is 14 centimeter. Its meaning is that the diameter of cylinder will also be what, 14 centimeter, and the total height of the vessel is 13 centimeter. Total height of the vessel is starting from here and till here, means this height is 13 centimeter. Okay, so find the inner surface area of the vessel. Now students, from the figure you have to calculate that what will be the height of this cylinder. See, since the diameter of hemisphere is 14, okay, and it is circular everywhere, so this will be what? This will be what, students? If the diameter is 14, its radius will be what? Its radius will be 7 centimeter. Okay, and you know, in hemisphere means half of the sphere. Everywhere this, okay, wherever you will write a line, then it will be its radius. Its radius is what? 7 centimeter. So in the total height of this vessel, the height of the hemisphere is 7 centimeter, which is equal to its radius. Then what will be the height of the rest part of the vessel? Tell me about the rest part of the height of the rest part of the vessel. If it is 7 and total is 13, then it will be what? 6 centimeter. Okay, are you getting my point? If total height is 13, height of the hemisphere is 7, then the height of the rest part, that is cylinder, its height is what? 6 centimeter. Now we have to find the inner surface area of the vessel. Then what we will do? We'll add the curved surface area of hemisphere and curved surface area of cylinder. Okay, so firstly let us see that how this height has came. We have to write it also in the solution part, so we are going to write that. So in the given part we'll write, given that diameter of hemisphere, okay, you will write it in the full form. Diameter of hemisphere is 14 centimeter. So radius will be, this will imply its radius will be half of 14, that is 7 centimeter. Okay, so radius of hemisphere is equal to radius of cylinder also. Okay, so radius of hemisphere is equal to radius of cylinder, and that is 7 centimeter. Now total height of vessel is 13 centimeter. Okay, height of cylinder will be what? Height of cylinder will be 13 minus this 7, okay, as we have done here, 13 minus 7, that is 6 centimeter. Now since we have to calculate the inner surface area of the vessel, inner surface area of vessel, then how we'll calculate it? We'll add curved surface area of cylindrical portion plus curved surface area of hemispherical portion. Okay, so curved surface area of cylindrical portion, what is the formula of curved surface area of cylinder? It is 2 pi r h. Okay, and what is the curved surface area of hemisphere? We know very well, it is 2 pi r square. Okay, the total surface area of sphere is 4 pi r square, or curved surface area is 4 pi r square, but it is hemisphere, so its curved surface area is just half of that, that is 2 pi r square. Now we'll put all the values, or we can simplify it by taking common also. 2 pi r, if we'll take common, then it will be h plus r. Okay, so it will be 2 pi is 22 by 7, r is also 7, h is 6, and r is 7. So 7 and 7 will be cancelled out. 22 2s are 44 into 13. Okay, so 13 4s are 52, that is 2, carry 5, 13 4s are 52 and 5 57. So 572 is the inner surface area of this vessel. Okay, and it is area, so we'll write it in the form of centimeter square. So basically this will be the answer of this question, 572 centimeter square. What we have done, students, firstly we have made the figure. Here it is the hemispherical portion, it is the cylindrical portion. Okay, the height of hemispherical portion will be equal to its radius, that is 7 centimeter, and hence we have calculated the height of the cylindrical portion. Okay, and since it is asked to calculate inner surface area of the vessel, so we have added curved surface area of cylindrical portion plus curved surface area of hemispherical portion, that is 2 pi rh plus 2 pi r square, and after that we have solved it. Okay, one important thing in this question is you have to be very clear about surmounted by and surmounted on. Okay, when in the question it is written that, see here, it was written hemisphere surmounted by a hollow cylinder, means at the top of hemisphere there will be hollow cylinder. But if the question is like this, that a hollow hemisphere is surmounted on a hollow cylinder, then the figure will be inverted, means then cylinder will be in the downside and hemisphere will be on the top side. Okay, so there is a difference between surmounted by and surmounted on. Here it was written mounted by, means the second figure will be in the top. Okay, so this you have to be very clear, because in the questions, in the language of the question, this is something that confuse students. Okay, so just just pause the video and note it down. Coming to the question number 3. Question number 3 is, a toy is in the form of a cone of radius 3.5 centimeter mounted on a hemisphere of same radius. The total height of the toy is 15.5 centimeter. Find the total surface area of the toy. Okay, so basically we have to understand that toy is in the form of cone of radius 3.5 mounted on a hemisphere of the same radius. Here in this question it is written that mounted on. Okay, mounted on means the cone is on the top. Okay, so the cone is on the top here and hemisphere will be on the base. Okay, so both are having the same radius, means it will cover it exactly. Okay, the total height of the toy is 15.5 centimeter. So basically this is total height, means from here till here it is 15.5 centimeter. Okay, find the total surface area of the toy. This time we have to find the total surface area of the toy. So as we have done in the previous question, from the help of radius of this hemisphere, this radius is given 3.5 centimeter. Okay, so this will also be 3.5 centimeter. So what will be the rest height of the toy? If in total 15.5 centimeter, this is 3.5, then what will be the height of this cone? What will be the height of this cone? 15.5 minus 3.5, that is 12 centimeter. So basically the vertical height of the cone is 12 centimeter and its radius is 3.5 centimeter. Since we have to calculate the total surface area of the toy, then we will add the curved surface area of cone plus curved surface area of hemisphere. Students, why we are adding curved surface area? it is asked total surface area. So in the question it is asked total surface area, means the added area of this cone and hemisphere. Okay, the base will not be added, means the base of the cone and hemisphere will not be added, because when two solid is stuck, then it does this portion is having no meaning. Okay, because by looking at, when you will see the solid from outside, this portion you cannot see. Okay, so when it is asked total surface area, means you have to add the curved surface area of this cone and curved surface area of this hemisphere. Okay, so firstly we'll write that how we have calculated the heights of the figure. Okay, so it was given that radius of cone is equal to radius of hemisphere is equal to 3.5 centimeter. Okay, in question we can write it as 7 by 2. When you will do 7 by 2, its also meaning is 3.5. Okay, why we are writing it 7 by 2? Later on we'll see it, because 7 and in pi 22 by 7 na, so that 7 and this 7 will be cancelled out. Okay, so at the place of 3.5 we can write 7 by 2 also. Okay, since the total height of toy is 15.5 centimeter. Okay, then height of cone is 15.5 minus 3.5, that is 12 centimeter. Okay, now total surface area of toy is equal to curved surface area of conical portion plus curved surface area of hemispherical portion. Okay, what is curved surface area of conical portion? We know very well, it is equal to pi r L. And what is curved surface area of this hemisphere? It is equal to 2 pi r square. At the place of L, firstly we can do pi r, we can take common. So what is left? L plus 2r. Okay, now students, pi r, at the place of L, we know that L is equal to what? H square plus r square, and here it is 2r. Okay, so now we are going to put all the values. Pi is what? 22 by 7. R is what? As I have told you, at the place of r, if you will write 7 by 2, then this 7 and this 7 will be cancelled out. H is what? H is 12. Okay, the height of the cone is 12, and r is what? 7 by 2 square plus 2r means 2 into 7 by 2. This 2 and 2 will be cancelled out. Now when you will solve it, what you will get from here? This 7 and 7 will be cancelled out, 2 into 11 times. Okay, so basically it is 11. In the bracket it will be, after that in the bracket we can write 12 square is 144. Okay, and here if you will write 3.5, then it will be the square of 3.5. What will be the square of 3.5? Means if you are calculating 35 square, that will be 1225. Okay, means it will be 12.25. Why? Because it is 7 by 2 means 3.5. So the square of 3.5 means you have to multiply 3.5 into 3.5, that will be 12.25. okay, plus 7. After that it is 11 in the bracket 144 plus 12.25, that will be in a square root 156.25 plus 7. okay, after that you can more simplify it. It will be 11 into, see it, if this decimal will not be there, then it is 15,625, and 15,625 is the square of 125. So if decimal is there, means it is the, if you will solve this square root 156.25, it will be 12.5. okay, basically the square of 12.5 is 15,625. okay, means 12.5, it is 156.25 plus 7. So it will be 11 into 12.5 plus 7, that is 19.5. so you can calculate it. 11 into 19.5, it will be 214.5 centimeter square when you will calculate it. okay, so this is the answer, students. See, concept wise this question is very easy. What is tough here? Only the calculation. Calculation is also easy if you will make or you follow a proper step. okay, so what was the concept in this question? That hemisphere is at the base and cone is on the top. okay, after that we have calculated the vertical height of the cone, but when we are going to solve total surface area, then we have to calculate L also. L is what? L is slant height of this cone. okay, L is what? Slant height of this cone. So we have to calculate L also. What is the formula of L? It is h square plus r square. okay, h is what? 12 and r is what? 7 by 2 or 3.5 you can say. The square of 3.5 is 12.25. okay, and when we'll add these two, it will be 156.25. so basically 156.25 is the square of 12.5. okay, and from here we have calculated it is 214.5 centimeter square. okay, students, so in mensuration in this chapter, okay, you have to be very strong by your calculation also. okay, and very important that accuracy should be there, because if any moment, if in any step you will do the mistake of single decimal or whatever, a positive, negative, then the whole answer will be wrong. okay, so you have to be very careful when you are doing calculation. okay, so students, 3 questions we have solved of this exercise, and rest we will solve in the next part of the video, that is in part 3rd. okay, so just revise all the formula and all these 3 questions, because the most important thing you have to understand is concept. okay, why we are adding the surface areas of the solids. okay, and how which solid is on the top and which solid is on the base. It is hidden in the language of the question, so you have to understand the language of the question also. In NCERT, see, NCERT is not a typical one, but the language of NCERT, if you will understand the language of NCERT, then it will be very easy to solve the question of NCERT. okay, so thank you, students. This is enough for today. Thank you.